Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakadash. Hey, it's your brother, Elder Bishop Ayathan, back at you with another video through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. So this video, I don't have a title for it right yet, but Spirit just told me to talk about the strong, independent black women out there. Yeah, and through the spirit, I'm gonna go in. You know, this might be short, might be long. I don't know. I didn't prepare anything. Spirit just got on me to do this. And this video is for the brothers. So, you know, you sisters out there, you can watch at your own risk, so to speak, because you know, women tend to take things personally, even when you're not necessarily talking about them. You know, they'll watch the video, and you got bands also. You know, when I say bands, I'm talking about bitch ass Negroes. I did one video or two where I'm talking about the black, you know, certain black women, and I'm not talking about every single last one, you know, because you do have righteous sisters out there. But when we speak, it applies to the majority. Same thing when we talk about men. You know, we've been on YouTube for years, and when we get on Jake, no one says anything. As soon as you get on the woman, you know, there's all type of backlash. You know, but yeah, there's some had banned. One video, yo man, don't talk about. I got daughters, man. Can't talk about them like that. I'm like, yo, I don't even know who you are. I don't know you. I never met your daughters before. I'm talking about the black woman in general. You know, if a hit dog hollers, if the shoe fits, wear it. If it don't fit, don't wear it. It's not talking about you. You know, and this is another reason why we don't have women, and this truth is not for the woman. You know, the primary role is not for women to be out there, to be the ambassadors of the truth. You know, to be the vanguards of the truth, the sentinels of the truth. It's not your role, because a part of that comes rebuke. You know, so we could talk to the brothers, and we could say, we could make a video, yo bro, you better get your shit together. You know, you brothers are bullshit. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get your shit together. You're gonna be the fuck up out of here like yesterday. And you know what brothers will do? You know, you got some bands, bitch ass niggas that might catch your attitude, you know. But a real brother, a real man, they gonna take that, and it's gonna fucking motivate them and pump them up to get on their shit, to get on their grind, to go harder in the truth. You know, exhortation. You know, but a woman that'll tear them down. So that's why this truth is not for you, right? And the way this world is built this is a man's world, whether you like it or not. Okay, we have an illusion right now of illusion of peace, illusion of freedom, but underneath all that, behind the matrix, is survival of the fittest. And this ideology of the strong black woman, the reason why especially the black woman, right? And I'm not making this shit up. I'm not just getting on a black woman because, you know, I'm having a bad day, or I woke up, you know, I had someone put some spoiled cream in my coffee or some shit, so now I got to get on a black woman. Look this shit up yourself. Look it up. Look up the stats. Look at the statistic. Just open your eyes, go outside and look around you. You know, like I did a video yesterday. Lord's Will I put it out tonight. You know, I didn't want to put it out yesterday because it was the Passover and the Sabbath. But basically, I was going into the gym. You know, I was going into how I went to the gym, and I ain't see no black woman in there. And when you say that to a black woman, they'll start talking shit. But I'm like, yo, walk in the gym yourself, open your eyes. You'll see next to no black women in there in comparison to all the other nationalities in there working out. Because a black woman is they just gone, you know? And going back to my point about this world being a survival of the fittest, this world, the world is basically you eat or you get eaten. You eat or you get eaten. And this strong, independent black woman shit, It sounds good, but once you get out there, guess what? You put yourself in a man's arena to where you either eat or you get eaten. So what happens is you turn into a dude. You mentally turn into a dude, you know? And then you get a manly, masculine demons on you. You start acting like a man. You start looking at niggas hard. You know, you start screw facing. Like, yo, you got everything you asked for. You got equal rights, you know. You got the same opportunity as a man, everything that you wanted. You could go out there and fight. You could do MMA. You could do boxing, you know. So what's the problem? Why you got a screw face? You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. But the thing is, once they get out there, it fucks them up mentally. It fucks them up in the head because they're stepping in a role that does not belong to them. It's like, yeah. I'm sipping on my I just juiced some pineapple. Pineapple, ginger, and that's it. Pineapple and ginger and cayenne pepper. That's my morning wake up. You know, the pineapple, I'll take that before bed as well. Juice some pineapple because it's got digestive enzymes in it, and it's got antioxidants and it's got enzymes that help you sleep really well. You know, so I take it before bed, and I'm taking it this morning with some cayenne pepper and some ginger to get just to stimulate my organs and all that. But let me get a scripture. Let me get a script. All right, so this is 1 Peter 3:7. It says, likewise, ye husbands dwell with them according to knowledge. And here's another thing, right? Another lie that's been sold to the woman is that for a man to be your husband, you have to go through the legal system, you know, and be legally recognized on Esau's paperwork as husband and wife, which is a lie, you know. And they'll say that's what God requires. You meet Christian women, or especially the Roman Catholics, you know, which is wicked as hell, you know, because you go to these so the Roman Catholics and the churches and the Christians, you know, they teach the women that they're not adultery, what do they call it? It's fornication. They're committing fornication if they have sex before marriage, right? When sex is marriage. The first man you have sex with, that's your husband, technically, or scripturally, if you're going by the scriptures. All right? So, you women have had many husbands, multitudes of husbands. And the way the society is now, man, whew, women, by the time they hit 30s, they've had like 50 dudes, right? And maybe we'll revisit that, Lord's will, if I remember to revisit that later in this lesson. But that totally fucks you up mentally. The women, so mentally and spiritually. That's why you're all bugged out on top of everything else, because all the semen that you soaked up. That's why there's a term for women, and then we call y'all a semen sponge, because y'all just have sex with multiple dudes, you know. But going back to my point about the churches is that you know, the churches are set up by the government. That's how they get their tax exemption. So they have to teach what the churches teach. I mean, what the government wants them to teach. Now, I don't know how it is with Islam, right? If you put yourself down in Islam, maybe it's different. I'm not sure how far they regulate that, but generally the churches, that's why they push the marriage so hard, because they gotta align their values with the state's values. But it's according to the scriptures, it's not so. But what I was gonna say is so fucked up about it is that excuse me, in a lot of Latin countries, the young men there, because you know they're horny. By the time a man reaches 12, he's full blown trying to poke something. So they have sex with animals because they teach the women out there to hold out until marriage. So here it is, a man. When you go into scriptures, the men got married young. The men and the women, they got married at a young age. You know, sometimes a man was older, but generally speaking, you know, there were a wife was already chosen, and by the time they hit puberty, they already had a wife chosen for them. So anyway, by the time a man hits his teens, you know, he's ready to knock something down, and because they push that Roman Catholicism, right, is the reason, and because they push that Roman Catholicism, they have to resort to having sex with llamas and camels because it feels like a woman, and then they're so-called prepping themselves for when they have an actual woman, you know, which is wicked as all hell, which is due to this bullshit ass marriage philosophy. And this is why women that have pastors for, you know, as fathers and priests as so-called as fathers, when they finally are able to get out the grip of their father, and that's usually when they hit like college, you know, when they go away for college, they just go buck wild. I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, they had those DVDs, Girls Going Wild, and those are all college chicks just going crazy, you know. But biblically speaking, you wasn't going off to no college dorm to be away from any form of responsibility. I mean, what do you think is gonna happen? But in the scriptures, when a woman reached that age, she already had a husband. And slack it for this little tangent, but going back to the strong, independent black woman. Damn, I just forgot my point that I was gonna make. Lord's will come back to me later. Damn, I just had a point, and it slipped. But let me go to the scripture here, right? 1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, right? So again, your husband is the man. Once you have sex, that man becomes your husband, and you guys are vowed to each other, right? The scriptures say, what man, what the Most High put together, let no man separate, right? And that's in the context of when a man gets with a woman. There's no divorce attorney supposed to be getting involved or anybody to separate y'all. The only separation is through death, and that could come from judgment of adultery, right? From adultery, the judgment is death. So it's literally separate. Literally, you're together until death, right? So you're gonna go you're gonna escape. Biblically, you're gonna escape that marriage two ways. Well, actually, two ways mainly. Is y'all gonna die together? You know, the man dies first and she becomes a widow, or the woman dies first. You know, usually the man dies first. At least in this kingdom, because of the stress and the hardships, you know, that the man goes through, they usually die first. And men are under attack, you know, mentally and physically. Women as well, but more so the women are attacked spiritually, or mentally, I should say, you know, because women are easy to hijack mentally, you know. They hijack them mentally, but the man, they got to break them down physically, they got to break them down spiritually, you know. So they put stuff in our foods to lower our testosterone, to make us impotent, so we can't reproduce. You know, because the man is a cycle of life. You know, the seed comes from us. You know what I'm saying? But the point I was making is that you either escape marriage through death that way, or if the woman commits adultery, then according to the law, she's to be put to death, because now she's defiled. Right? And the parents will be all along with it, because those were the values, you know, and I'm talking about our customs. Those are the values that they instilled in the woman, to be with this one man, you know, according to the law, according to the scriptures, and you be with that man only. And there was a vow, you know, there was a vow and there was a token of the woman's virginity that the parents kept when the man and woman got married, which was consecrated by the first time that he had sex with her, and which would have been her first time ever having sex, meaning she was a virgin, and that was a point where she lost her virginity. And she would have sex with no other man for the rest of her life. So, you know, there was a black woman these days, again, just all jacked up. You know, you get a woman that's been through multiple penises in her life. You know, she might, oh, you're too small, or you too big, or this nigga was freakier, this and that. They thinking about this dude and that dude. You know, y'all know. You hitting. Yeah, y'all know what it is. You know. So when a woman sticks with one man, she doesn't get fucked up mentally like that, because that one man has sufficed. That's all she knows. You know what I'm saying? That's all she knows. So the way the Most High set things up was perfect. You know? The Most High is not the author of confusion. So let's go back to 1 Peter. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. Okay? And the point there is that the woman is the weaker vessel. So I'm a strong, independent black woman. And what the hell does that mean? What they're saying subconsciously is like, I'm strong, as strong or stronger than a black man. That's who they're competing against, is a black man. This is why, again, I'm not going to pull it up, but the studies are everywhere. I might have it somewhere in one of my tabs, I don't know. But if you look up the ideology or the philosophy of the strong black woman, it's actual philosophy, and you'll see that the most black women, their gripe is they can't find a man that's so-called on their level. You know, because men, we're not slaves. Women are slaves. You know, they'll go get a bachelor, doctorate degree, and they'll work 3 or 4 jobs as slave, you know, because that's who they are. They got to serve somebody. They're not serving you, they're serving Esau, the white man. They're going to serve somebody, and they will bust their ass for that somebody, and that somebody is whoever's got the power. But the so-called black man, we more rely on our skills, our ingenuity, our creativity, you know. And also, most of these black men that these women go for, because they watch these movies, right, and they watch the music videos, they go for these idealistic, these, you know, non-realistic men that really don't exist. All right. These non-realistic men that don't exist. So they have this what they call them, partners, which is another bullshit ass term, but I'm gonna use that because this is what the term that they use. They're looking for partners that are on their level, but these partners don't even exist. It's like a fairy tale that they made up in their head, you know, from this ideology. And a lot of men out there that they say, oh, these are deadbeat men and they ain't about shit, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess who raised them? Women like you raised them. So that's why they are the way they are. Women like you raised them. Now, the men out there that have become something, so to speak, and the type of women are the type of man that they would so-called look for. You know, a lot of them, some of them went to college, but most of them are entrepreneurs, you know. They got a hustle and they focused on that and they made it big. And these same men, while they were hustling and grinding to get where they're at, these same women were dissing them because they weren't Pookie or Ray Ray. They were boring. Oh, that nigga boring. You know what I'm saying? He was boring. He was too busy grinding. Damn, Apostle Ronline mentioned a movie. I think Tyler Perry made it. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on a second. I don't want to say it wrong. I think it's a Tyler Perry movie. Somebody who knows what it is, put it in the chat. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. Right here. Acrimony. Yep, Acrimony with Taraji Henson, P. Henson. And yeah, she was with a dude that he was grinding. He had an idea, he kept failing and failing and failing. And she got tired of waiting for him, you know, to make it big. So she bounced on the dude And after she left him, he made it big. And a lot of times, brothers, when these women leave you, it's a blessing in disguise. You find that you elevate, man. You fucking elevate because you start focusing on yourself. You know, because women, they're attention whores. I'm not saying that in a bad way. That's just how y'all built. You're attention whores. You like attention. You know. Yeah. So when the man, he was grinding, and the dude kept he was failing, and as soon as she bounced on him, you know, his dream came true. Whatever, you know, all his work he was doing, and then she wanted him back, and she went back shit crazy. I believe in the end of the movie, she ended up shooting him and killing him, and the chick that he ended up with, you know. But what I was saying is, when a woman leaves you, it's a blessing in disguise, and you know, you're not supposed to get all slumped in a state of depression and this and that. You might get hurt or whatever, but take that energy and build yourself up. That's what you're supposed to do, man. Build yourself up, you know. Get deeper in the scriptures, closer to the Most High. Use that time to get closer to the Most High. A lot of times, the Most High will take a woman away from you because you were giving her too attention and not giving the truth enough attention, you know. And this is how you know that women are attention whores. I'm gonna give you something that women say a lot, and they'll even say this about the truth, you know, or the brotherhood. You know, but when you're really into son and she sees you grinding, she'll call that your girlfriend. You're gonna ignore me for your girlfriend, and it could be whatever you're doing, your little side hustle, whatever it is. You're gonna ignore me for your girlfriend, you know. So that's how they look at it. You know, it's stealing attention away from them. But the thing is, we belong to the Most High. We don't belong to you. But anyway, let's get back to this, right? So it says, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. All right, so let's look up the word weaker. Oh, no, that's not. I wanted a dictionary. Matter of fact, let's look up the etymology. Etymology. Let's look up weak. Okay, weak. Pliant, soft. Soft, tender. Yielding, soft. Sense of lacking authority. Don't the scripture say a woman should not usurp authority over a man? Lacking authority. All right? So woman is supposed to be soft, yielding, you know. Now when you talking to her and she's looking you straight in the eye, you know, sometimes you get in an argument with the woman and you're telling her some shit, and she'll look at you straight in the eye like she's gonna fuck you up. Look at you straight in the eye, talk at you, and she'll talk to you in a way that if you're talking to another dude, it would end up in blows. It would end up in blows, and she'll sit there and talk to you like that because women, they enjoy the freedom of being able to talk shit to their man and have no retribution. But that's part of this mirage of being a strong, independent black woman. They have this mirage, this illusion that they're as strong as you, because if they can talk however they want to talk to you, they can even put their hands on you. But if you put your hands back on them, guess what? You're getting locked up. And they know this. So, you know, they're, what's the word I'm looking for? They're obedient to their master, which is Esau. You know, because if you fuck with her, she'll call Esau on you and get your ass locked up. All right? But, again, the premise of this whole lesson is that in the kingdom of heaven, there's not going to be any independent black woman. You know? You're not going to have that freedom to be able to talk shit to a man, put your hands on him. You know? In the kingdom of heaven, you're going to be reprogrammed. You know, Kevin Samuels said one thing, which which was which was righteous, right? Because there was a black woman that called his show one time, and she was like, "Oh, why you always bigging up these other women? You know, they go get BBLs and they get injections to try to look like us." And Kevin Samuel's point was, well, okay, if that's the case, why are they getting married and you're not? Why are they getting married and you're not? She had to shut the fuck down. And then he said because they have different software. And that's totally 100% correct. They have different software. So in the kingdom of heaven, the black woman is going to be reprogrammed with different software. So, you know, she's not going to do all that shit. But if this was a righteous society, you know, like back in the day, the early Americans, the women, it wasn't popping off like that. Because they were reminded that they were the weaker vessel. They were reminded by their man that you're the weaker vessel. Right? So that's what weak means. That the woman is weaker than a man. Right? So strong, independent black woman makes no sense. Now you could be a strong, independent black woman in this society, right? In America, you could be a strong, independent black woman. Give me a second. Excuse me. Which is that illusion that was sold to you by Esau, the devil, right? Going back to the garden. That Gardenian pack was that illusion of the strong black woman, right? Meaning you could do anything. You could be above your man. You could do anything your man could do, and you could be above, as long as you eat this fruit, right? SWB, strong black woman. As long as you eat this fruit, you could be just like the black man, or better than the black man. But it's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. And they go as far as thinking, you know, because you got these so-called single black sisters that can't find no good man, or they can't find a man that's on their level. And look, in this kingdom, you can do all that independent shit. You go on girl trips. You know, you could get your 6-figure job. You get a nice car. You could be a homeowner. You know, you could be a boss babe and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna change that the woman created you to serve the man. The Most High created you to serve the man. And the Most High created the man to serve him. Right? When you go to, when the Most High created man, he created man to serve him. And he created the woman to serve the man. He said, man, it's not good that man should be alone. He didn't say it's not good that I should be alone. So let me create the woman to keep me company. So you got these so-called independent black sisters, right? Going to these churches, thinking that they're doing something righteous, that they're accomplishing the Most High's will by going to church, dressing up, and they dress like they're going to some of them dress like they're going to a club, some dress like they're going to a wet t-shirt contest, some of them dress like they're going to a ball, you know, or some of them dress like they're going out. It's crazy. I was gonna say some of them dress like they're going out. They're going out on a date with their man or some shit. But they usually dress better than that when they go to church. But my thing is, what is your mentality? You going to church dressed like that? You doing that for the Most High? Like the Most High is looking down at you like, damn, that's a fine ass sister. You see, damn, you see them thighs on that? You see them thighs? You see that fatty on that sister right there? Like the Most High or the angels, I don't know who you're doing it for, but they're looking down like, damn, that sister got a fatty. You see how they're just poking out that dress? God damn. Right? So they have this illusion that they're serving the Most High. When no, you were created to serve the man. Let me bring out some other scripts. Right? And the Lord, excuse me, the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai said, It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. So out of the ground the Most High created every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every creature was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all the cattle and the fowl of the air and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a help meet for him. Right. Because the Most High created, this is why the animals, right? When you read this, the animals are underneath man. Because there's an order to everything. The animals are created as a helpmeet for the man. You know, they're animals of burden. So, but the Lord said, look, damn, Adam needs somebody for him. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh thereof instead thereof. And the rib which the Most High had taken from man, he made a woman and brought her unto Adam. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She should be called woman, because she was taken out of a man. Okay? And then when you go to Genesis 3:16, gives you the primary reason the Most High created the woman. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Okay? So the Most High established rule over the woman. The man has rule over the woman. This is why later on, in 1 Timothy, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Okay? So I brought out the example earlier, how these independent, strong black women, they feel like they could get up in your face and tell you what it is, you know, and tell you how to do things, tell you how things are going to run. But the scriptures say what? I suffer not a woman to teach, you know, because a lot of these strong, independent black women, they go to churches that are that have female pastors. A woman was not created to be in a church, being a pastor, to teach. All right, let me see if I can find this other scripture. Oh wait, I might have said it wrong. So hold on, let me find this. I'm looking for the scripture that says the Lord. Alright, so this is not exactly the one I was looking for. Right here. Well, let's keep that there. Verse 10, also I brought you up from the land of Egypt and led you 40 years through the wilderness to possess the land of the Amorite. And I raised up of your sons for prophets and of your young men for Nazarites. So it doesn't say the women. The Most High created the sons for prophets. And a prophet is what? A prophet that declares something before it happens. You know, but the Most High raised up the sons for prophets, for priests, for servants of the Most High. The women was created to serve the man. We already read it. We don't have to read it again. This is why in First Timothy. Did I lose it? No, First Timothy says, I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Okay? And also says, if the woman is to learn anything, let her damn, I'm using the wrong words. Hold on. For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace. As in all churches of the saints, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak. Because when a woman speak, what happens? It causes confusion, and the Most High is not the author of confusion. But they are commanded to be under obedience, as also the law saith, as also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in a church. It says it's a shame. Let's look up the word shame. Painful feeling of guilt or disgrace, confusion caused by shame, state of being in disgrace, dishonor, insult, loss of esteem or reputation. That's so true. A woman that's yapping her mouth, and you know, these women have these penis envy moments where they feel like they got to say something to prove that they're just as smart or they're smarter than you, and they always got to try to one up you. Going back to this here, always got to try to prove that I can one up you. I could do it. I'm as smart or as intelligent than you, and they think that they start sounding smart and being attractive, but nah, it makes you look bad. Just like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You know? You know, the black woman likes to be loud, but it's irritating. We don't like that shit. It's shameful, it's insulting, it's a loss of esteem or reputation. Your value goes down. Just shut up. Shut up and do, you know, you know what? That's all we need. Make a sandwich. Like, it's very simple. I don't understand why you women make it so difficult on yourself. 3 main things you got to do, and you get anything you want from your man. Literally. But yeah. So it says, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. If they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in a church. So when you women are getting all dressed up, you know, you're getting all dressed up, put on your Sunday's best to go to church. Like, who? The Most High is not pleasing that. You're literally out of order. So here it is, you have a man, and you could be doing something for him, you know what I'm saying, helping him out or serving him or doing whatever he needs, but now I gotta go to church. Here are you over there at church serving your female pastor, your male pastor, a bunch of men looking at you because you're over there and you're over there with a tight dress or whatever, your calves, your legs exposed, you know what I'm saying? You got dudes checking you out. It's total confusion, it's total wickedness, man. But in the kingdom of heaven, none of that is going to happen. So this independent black woman thing, the Most High is going to set you back, man. When all hell breaks loose and the society breaks down, who was I listening to, man? I was listening to, this Elliot Hulse. I don't know if y'all know Elliot Hulse. So he did a thing recently about marriage, about schooling men on why not to get married, and he went. It was a bad video. He went all into everything that we already taught you, brothers. You know how he went all into social security number. How when you're born, you're basically you're a slave. You're born into slavery, and he went into how the marriage is all tied into that. You know, that basically marriage is a way for them to govern your unity, you know. And this is why I start earlier in the show. I said, look, I said today's modern marriage is not the way the Most High intended it to be. Is bullshit. Is because the way modern marriage, right? Not the concept. There's nothing wrong with the actual concept of being married, you know, but it's totally wrong. Sex is marriage. It's not going to Esau. Notice when you get married in the system, they say the power invested in me by the state of such and such. But the scriptures say the Most High put what the Most High put together, let no man put asunder. So the Most High brought y'all together. It wasn't the state. It wasn't a power. The state has no power in a marriage, biblically speaking. But once you sign that paper, this is why when you call for a dispute, you know, let's say you call and there's a dispute, and somebody within a household calls a police department. They come. They could do whatever they want with you. They could arrest you. They could arrest your woman. They could arrest both of y'all. They could arrest one of y'all. They have total jurisdiction over you. They have jurisdiction over your children, because you sign them over once you got married. Once you get married, you become you unify yourself with the government, and they become the head of the household. So that means any fruit that you bear out of that marriage, out of that unity, out of that business contract that you have with the government, they own it. You gave them ownership. So it's basically like if you partnership with somebody in a business and y'all got products, you know, usually there's a deal. Well, I own 75%, you own 25%. And if shit hits the fan, the person that owns a majority of the percentage, they come out on top. They have their power supersedes yours. So that's what happens when you get married. And when you have children, they belong to the state. So, you know, women don't think about this, you know, and most women, they're not really in love with the man. They just found somebody usually that was a sucker enough to marry them in this system. But most women that get married, they're not in love with the man. They're in love with the concept of marriage. It's just something on their to-do list. You know, I'm gonna graduate college, boom, check. I'm gonna do this, girls trip, check. You know, I never tried anal before, check. Okay, well, I'm like 40 now, 35. If I wait another couple years, I'm not gonna be able to have kids. So now the last thing I gotta check off now is marriage. So let me find somebody to marry me. They find somebody, check. They don't really love you. you just a checklist. You know what I'm saying? And this is why 80% they say of average women initiate divorces, and if they have a college degree, bachelor's and up, doctorate, it significantly increases. All right. It's facts, baby. It's facts. Oh yeah. So let me bring this up now, right? Hold on. Slack it. I had to take a taste of my. I had to take a drink of my tasty beverage. So another thing that happens, man, is our women today are all mentally fucked up in the head. First of all, let me get this. Job 39:17, because the Most High had deprived her, the woman, of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. All right, so women run on their emotions. They don't run on brain cells. You know, the brain cells are there just to keep their body functioning, you know, to move them around and stuff. But their brain cells don't work when it comes to thinking. They use their emotions. Women are loyal to their emotions. They think with emotions. This is why the Most High put the man as the head, as the leader. Because the Most High is not the author of confusion. The Most High is fixed, right? He's unchangeable. He operates by laws. You know, this is why we're given laws and statutes to instill what? Order. And this is what how a man is supposed to operate. You know, he's supposed to stand, as they call it today, in this day, which is a Masonic term, but you get the point, standing on his square, right? Meaning he's standing on principle. He's standing on laws. And they don't get swayed by emotion. You refer to what does the law say? Okay, boom. You know, this is why women, when their sons get hurt or shot or whatever, the first thing they say, my baby never hurt nobody. But yeah, this nigga shot 3 niggas last year. You know what I'm saying? He sold drugs. Those 15 fiends you see around the corner leaning out, those were drugs that were sold by your son. You know? So yeah, but women rule by their emotions, you know? So the nigga could have killed 3 or 4 dudes. He could have racked up 15 bodies, but because that's her son, she gonna say that nigga should be free. This system is unjust. My son's locked up unjustly. Nah, this nigga's a murderer, you know? Or they'll go with the Pookie and the Ray Rays that know how to make them feel good, you know what I'm saying? They'll leave the born ass nigga who's got a so-called bright future, and they'll go for the Pookies and the Ray Rays and get knocked up, you know? Or they get mad at their man because their man the man's not a simp, so he laid down some law. She got mad, she got her feelings hurt, you know, because real men have boundaries and statutes, right? So especially these type of women here, a lot of these women, they don't like men with values and statutes, you know, because they can't get away with all the shit that they do, you know. So because, you know, a lot of them get their feelings hurt, they'll leave and they'll go with a Pookie and a Ray Ray. The Pookie and Ray will knock them up, you know, because the Pookie and Ray will say shit, yeah, that nigga ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you a strong black woman, you a queen, you know, you gotta get it, you get out there getting that bag, I love that, ma. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a real Chanel. That's a real Louis bag. Damn, ma, you doing your thing. You a boss. I love that about you. You know, they'll talk all that shit. And like, damn, this nigga know how to make me feel like a real woman. And this nigga will knock you up, you know? And then you lead a nigga because you realize, damn, this nigga ain't doing shit for me. He can't. You know? Or you'll get knocked up by that nigga, you know, during your so-called college years. Oh, that's the point I wanted to bring earlier about the black woman. So they did a, I don't know if it was an actual study, but it was a show I watched, and they were talking about how, and I know this personally from women I dated, the black woman, what they'll do is when they go to college, they'll prioritize their career, and their career, you know, they'll do all the crazy shit, you know, orgies, all that crazy shit, you know, have 3-4 rods in their mouth at the same time, you know, all that crazy shit. They'll do all of that while in college, but they won't find a mate, a man. They won't prioritize marriage or, you know, family. They'll prioritize their career. Now, the white woman, you know, she'll be in there doing all that girls going crazy shit as well, girls going wild, but they will prioritize, they'll find, a lot of those women they find their husbands while they're in college. They prioritize finding a man over a career. And there's, you know, they have them videos online where a dude will go around and ask questions at the club or after a club, you know, ask women questions. And most black women say they will prioritize career over their man. They'll prioritize dumb shit. They'll prioritize their best friend over the man. I'll prioritize my career over a man. But when they interview the white women will be like, nah, I interview family over the career. Because the career, they could fire me tomorrow, but my man will still be there. So, again, going back to earlier what I said, this feminism, you know, that fruit that the serpent gave, I mean, that feminism, independent shit, the black woman took a big bite out of that, boy, because she just wants to get over on a black man so bad. She took the biggest bite out of that apple, so to speak. And yeah, that's why they're all fucked up mentally. Fucked up, you know, 30, 40 years old. Yeah, you got a degree. You know, that independent black woman shit works in the world. I'm assertive, I'm strong. Yeah, that works for Esau when you're out there because they need the best slave they could get. So that works in getting a job and this and that. But it doesn't work in a relationship. You can't be assertive. You can't be a boss babe in a relationship with a real man. You ain't gonna let that shit fly. Is you crazy? So that shit is not gonna fly in the kingdom of heaven. When the society breaks down and there are no jobs for you to brag about, no six-figure job for you to brag about, there is no bag for you to get, and it's survival of the fittest. And the men, everything's set back. When shit hits the fan, everything magically gets set back in order. If gunshots go out in a club, all of a sudden orders is back. Everything's back in order. The man is a man, the woman is a weak woman, and the man is a strong man. The shit that kills me. I'm a strong, independent black woman, but man, the black man don't protect us. Well, bitch, you don't, excuse my language, but damn, you don't need a protection. You an independent, strong black woman, and you can't find a man on your level. So, according to your ideology, you the one that should be protecting the black man, according to you, since you can't find one on your level. But as soon gunshots ring out, well, I guarantee you on a 9/11, I guarantee you there was. I mean, I didn't see no strong black woman on 9/11. Maybe you did. I didn't. So it's all a facade. It's all bullshit. And when shit hits the fan and men have the leverage again, because this world shit'll be set back in order, we're gonna see how many strong, independent black women there are. You got images out there, black women with capes on and this and that. Alright, cool. I'm cool with that. Let's see how well that works for you. But again, this is why you're single. This is why box wine. Let me show y'all this study, man. Let me see. Let me see. Dan is let me see. So there's I'm trying to find the articles. There's a lot of articles on it, but companies are investing in stock in box wine, and I think it's cat food or dog food, something like that, because of the rising increase of single women. Right, and so they know that's going to be a next big thing in the coming years if we're here that long. But here, as you can see, profiting from feminism, investing in popular antidepressant and pet food manufacturers, right? Because look, everything, all these ideologies, feminism, LGBT, all that shit, is created for two things. Number one, what's the word I'm looking for? Number one motive, I'll say, I can't find another word I want to use, but number one motive for that, number one is, I would say over money for these elites is they got to get you further away from the Most High, right? To push you further into profanity is LGBT, feminism, right? That's about as far bestiality, pedophilia, right? All these things they're introducing now and pushing. These are to get you further away from the Most High. But we all know this current system runs off witchcraft, runs off evil. If you want to make money in this world, you just got to be as evil as possible. You could be like P. Diddy. That's how you make some money. Which he got crumbs anyway. But this is how the elites got their money, right? Rape, robbery, and murder, genocide. And then this other despicable acts, sexual despicable acts. So these things are how you make money. So all this wickedness they push is really, they use these to create a market. So they created feminism. So now there's a market for feminism. They created LGBTism. So now there's a market that they could make products and things to that market, right? So what's popular? Antidepressants and pet foods among single women, especially black women, because they are the most single women. It is not because there's a lack of good men. It's because there's a lack of so-called good women. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. So I said it's because there's a lack of good women, right? So let's go to the scriptures. And then we come right back to this. Is it 28? I'm sure y'all know where I'm going. Damn. Hold on. Okay, so let's start at 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands, whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Verse 27, behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account. Right, so a survey was done to find righteous men and righteous women, right? By King Solomon. Which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I found not. Okay? So like I said earlier, a minute ago, I said because there's no so-called good women. And where y'all fucked up at is y'all took that philosophy from the devil, from Esau, of being strong and independent, which is crazy as all hell. You're the only woman that glorifies being by yourself, glorifies being single. I'm strong, independent. Independent means, why are you complaining about being single when you're boasting about being independent? Y'all are just totally backwards in the head. You claim about, you talk about being single. I can't find no good man. I'm single, but then you say I'm a strong, independent black woman. Does that not denote that you're strong, meaning you don't need nobody, and you're independent? You don't need nobody. Yeah, bitch, it's crazy. So going back to this, man, to this thing right here, yeah. So for my investment experience, my investment experience is in the quant space, which I'm not sure what quant means. Let me look that up right quick. What is quant? Okay, we help banks, investment firms, and financial institutions that embed central bank. Here we go. Here we go. The meaning of quant is an expert at analyzing and managing quantitative data. Gotcha. Okay. But recently I've been pondering how to take advantage of the rise in feminism across the Western world. My hypothesis is that as Millennial and Generation Z women begin approaching the ages of infertility, 40 plus, there will be unprecedentedly large percentages of the female population that become dependent on products such as antidepressants and painkillers and resort to the ownership of pets. Why do you think Kevin Samuels always said what? Buy a dog and die alone? for companionship. I haven't done any extensive research into these ideas as of now, but I think the rise in feminism could potentially result in some unique and lucrative investment opportunities. So he's behind on this, because this has been well known, and yeah, like I said earlier, they create markets. So they create markets for feminism. They create markets for LGBTism, right? They create a problem. What's the problem? Oh, you're being oppressed. You're being oppressed, black woman, and you need to be able to, be independent and this and that. So they create a market for that. Gays are being oppressed. You should be able to do what you want with your body. So they create a market for it. So now you can cater products to the whole LGBT. You could start a movement, a whole marketing scheme. So this is how the devil works, deception. But going back to Job 39:17, the woman lacks the understanding and lacks the wisdom to see that you bought that deception. You're deep in that deception. All right? So it's true though, the majority of black women are on antidepressants, okay? And it's why they don't want to submit to the black man. And you brothers know this firsthand, is you've had a relationship where the woman, instead of sucking up her pride, right? Instead of sucking up her pride or taking accountability or admitting she's wrong, she'll just bow out of the relationship. She'll break up with you, or she'll just disappear because she'd rather ditch a marriage, ditch a relationship, rather than say, damn, I was wrong, rather than take accountability, or rather than drop her pride or concede to the man. She'd rather do that. So this is why they're all messed up in the head. And here's a funny thing about women, right? Is that they think that they're hurting you, but nah. You're not hurting us, women. See, a man, the more drama like that a man goes through, the stronger he becomes. He learns from those experiences. He becomes stronger. Actually makes him a better man. That's why the scriptures say, "What just man falls 7 times, he getteth back up," right? And now that's talking in the context of the truth, but that extends really to all facets of life as a man. Creating a business. Multi-millionaires, they have all failed multiple times before they found out one successful business. They kept learning. They learn what works, they learn what doesn't work, and they build upon it. And they just keep going, right? It's the same thing in a relationship. In a relationship, when you fuck a man over, they learn from it. They learn from it. They might be down for a little bit, 'cause they might have took a hurt, they might have really liked the woman, but it makes them stronger. It makes them a better man, a stronger man. Right? A woman, on the other hand, she gets totally fucked up. The more dicks you had up in you, the more psychologically fucked up you are. Right? Because look, when a man has sex, just the act of sex shows you right there that the Most High created the man to have dominion over the woman, all right? Because the man that the woman always has in her mind during the act of sex is whatever man put on her the hardest. Exercise dominance. Why women like to be choked, They like to be smacked. They like, to hit the bottom, all that shit. I'm not trying to get graphic, especially because it's still the Sabbath. But I'm just making a point. But the man that exercises that dominion, see, I don't want to delve into it. Not not right now, but usually that's the man that woman thinks about, like, for the rest of her life, is that man right there, right? Because the Most High created man to have dominance. And the thing about these women is that because of this, they want you to have dominance where, in other words, they want you to be a man and to take the lead where they're comfortable with it, but where they want the power, they don't want that. So usually in a bedroom, unless she's a real demon, usually in a bedroom, the woman likes the man to dominate her. She's comfortable with that because it feels good. You know, that man will give her what she needs, which is that big O. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing it right, multiple O's. You know what I'm saying? So they'll allow that to happen. But outside of that, outside of the bedroom, you know, these women that got these demons on them, they don't want you to exert any dominance over them, you know? But in the bedroom, they will. This is why I don't give a fuck how strong, independent. They'll have that so-called booty call dude or the Tyrone or whatever that they'll call up whenever they need it knocked down, and they'll become that soft, tender, you know, woman in the bedroom. But that's how you're supposed to be all the time, bitch. Excuse my language. You're supposed to be like that all the time. This is why niggas hit it and quit it. In other words, a lot of these women find that niggas will hit it, right? They'll come over there, they'll hit it, they'll knock it down, and this and that. But when it comes to like so-called getting married or getting a relationship, then you hear that sound you hear in a cartoon and somebody runs fast, like they take the fuck off, you know, because you're a dominant bitch. You're a masculine, manly bitch, you know, and no man wants to get put on a hook or hook themselves up to that. Now in a bedroom, different story, because most of these women in the bedroom, they're soft, you know, they're not, yo nigga, fuck you, they're, you know, they're soft and delicate, you know what I'm saying? That's how you're supposed to be all the time. I tell my women that all the time. The way you are in the bedroom, do you know why it feels good in the bedroom? Because I'm in complete control, and I do what the fuck I gotta do. I know how to make this shit happen. I know how to make it happen for you, you know? So, just like I know how to do that in the bedroom, I know how to do that shit outside the bedroom. So just as smooth as things run in the bedroom, just how good it feels in the bedroom, it could feel like that all the time if you stop being a fucking demon. Anyway, man, my whole point is bringing that up is the Most High created a man to dominate the woman, and just even that, the way you recreate life is a man taking dominance over a woman, breaking a woman. This is why, excuse me. This is why, and this is why women. This is why women. This is why a lot of women, when you, that's a topic for another day. I'm gonna say this for another day. I was about to go into some other shit, but even a very act of taking a woman's virginity is dominating over the woman. It's like breaking a horse. You're breaking through that wall and you're knocking it down, right? And that's why that woman becomes yours. The scriptures use the word humble. You humbled her. That's what it means, right? That's what it means when you humble a woman. This is why afterwards you know what I'm saying? For that couple minutes, 10, 15 minutes, that them demons leave them and they're just in love with you, you know? The oxytocins and or what do we call them? Them hormones, serotonin, and all them hormones get released. You know, they in love with you, then them demons come back on them after a while. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, when you have multiple men in your lives, first of all, it lowers your value, right? Because a woman's value is a woman that's fertile and a woman that's been untouched. So getting with a woman that's had multiple men is like finding a sandwich that's been bit a few times and you pick it up and you eat it, you know? Or if you go and you buy, when you go to the supermarket and you buy a bottle of soda, a bottle of something, if it's open, if you see that seal cracked, you're not buying that shit. You don't want it. That product has lost its value. That product could have been, when you find things on a clearance rack, something that was $50 might now be $20 because somebody already opened a box. They call them open box items. So a woman that's an open box item, your value has dropped significantly. But then they expect someone to marry them. They expect someone to be chivalrous, you know, do all this shit all this shit that is provided for women that has been with no man, period. Right? They want to wear white. White is the wrong color you should be wearing on your wedding day unless you're an actual virgin. You know? But having all those penises inside of you, a man ejaculates, right? And when a man gets that close to you, or gets to the point to where you allow him to penetrate you, you have taken on that man's spirit. You know? And when that ejaculate goes inside you, what do you think happens to it? Your body absorbs it. Your womb absorbs it. That's how you get pregnant. Your body absorbs it. Your womb absorbs it. Just like anything else you put in your body. When anything you put in your body absorbs it. This is why GMOs work so well. They put steroids in there. They put other metals. They put other things in there to break your body down, because once you ingest it, your body absorbs anything that comes in contact with it. Even your skin. When you make skin-to-skin contact, the only person you should have skin-to-skin contact with is your man. You know? When I'm talking about where your skin, you're butt naked and you guys are rubbing up on each other, that's your man. All his hormones, his chemicals, everything is being absorbed by the largest organ on your body, which is your skin. But when a man busts off in you, he's busting off what? Sperm cells. That's the life. And what does that life contain? Those are spirits. The spirit of who? That man. So when you had 3, 4, 5 different men, guess what? You got a bunch of different spirits inside of you. You know? So you're all confused and you're just all messed up. You get depressed, you're jacked up, and then on top of that, you're putting yourself in a man's shoes out in this world, and you're ingesting, you're having multiple partners, you know, multiple spirits on you, and then you're also ingesting the spirit of feminism and I'm strong, I don't need no man and all that. So you just got multitudes of demons. That's why we call y'all demons. Because y'all just got a multitude of demons on you. You're like Legion. Some of these women actually look like Legion. Alright? So, let me bring this article up, man. And then after that, I might just shut it down after that. Now, this is a badass website. You know, I've been mentioning this a lot in my recent videos. .gov. You know, this ncbi.gov, and they have articles on a lot of stuff. I use it a lot for herbs because they got studies, high-level studies on, man, every herb and medicine you could think of. Yeah, and also this right here. This is a study underneath the mask of the strong black woman schema, right? And this is a Gov website, so this shows you that they study everything. Right, and they know the cause and effects of everything. That's why Esau is going to be taken. The Most High is going to remove Esau off the earth. He literally is death and the devil, because he knows the cause and effects. The GMOs, he knows what they're doing. The darts, he knows what effect they have. The strong black woman philosophy, he knows what effects it has. So let's read a little bit of this. I got one scripture I'm going to bring out, and then that's it. So, underneath the mask of the strong black woman schema, disentangling influences of strength and self-silencing on depressive symptoms among U.S. black women. Let me see something real quick. Percentage of black women on antidepressants. Among women, antidepressants rose from 10.3% among those aged 10 to 18 to 24% among women aged 60 and older. So let's look at this. The racial ethnic differences in antidepressant use were even greater, at least for women. Non-Hispanic white women had a past 30-day prevalence of 22.3, compared with 10% for non-Hispanic black women, 3.4 for non-Hispanic Asian, 8.9 for Hispanic. Damn. Well, I don't know. They say 10%, but I met many black women that are on antidepressants, going to therapy. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I'll say this: more than 10% of the women that I've encountered in my life, if I'm going through a real life experience, they're all damn near all of them have been on antidepressants, are on therapy, have gone through therapy, and 100% of the blame is not on them for that, because a lot of women have been they got fucked up by men. A lot of our own women, they got fucked up in their younger years. Somebody in their family might have molested them or something like that. And a lot of them got dogged out by men, which that you got to blame them, because they chose the wrong dude, right? They chose a dude that oh yeah, he reminds me of this dude from the music videos, so they slept with that dude. Or it could be the parents, because I know in Haiti, when I was younger, man, if you dated, man, even here in the USA, back in the day, you watch old movies, when a woman dated a man, the date would come up to the front door, ring the doorbell, you know what I'm saying, and the fucking father would damn near interview the dude. Dude be all scared and shit, The dude would be all shook. The father's grilling the motherfucker, especially the dude was in the military, some shit like that, or the father had some status, would just fucking be grilling the dude. Dude be all scared. Yo, you make sure you bring my daughter back in one piece. Make sure you bring her home by 9 p.m. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all remember that shit back in the day. And back then, the families were much more cohesive. The women weren't out as crazy. But this whole feminism, women's lib shit wasn't out there like it is now. So you can see the effect it has. The more freedom you give women. That's why the scriptures say, give not women liberty to gather abroad. This is what you have. This is what you get. Right? The current condition that the women are in now. Fucked up on antidepressants. Need to see therapists. This is what you wanted, though. This is what you wanted, so you got it. You made a deal with the devil. He made good on it. But when you deal with the devil, there's always fine print. You didn't read the fine print. That you're gonna be single, right? By the time you're done with your degrees, you're damn near past the age of you're damn near infertile. There's an interview with Pastor Wickstrom and Abe Finkelstein, right? Right here on YouTube. You type in those names, you'll find it. Abe Finkelstein, a so-called Jew, and he broke down how they engineered the society, engineered the woman's, or they hijacked the woman's mind to go to college and to get degrees, so that purposely when they got out and they accomplished a so-called degree, that they were all used up. They were all used up and damn near infertile and be damn near no use to the man. Right? And this was a so-called Jew. He admitted this. Look up Pastor Wickstrom. Matter of fact, let me see if I can bring it up on the screen, and you can look it up. You can look it up at home. Give me 1 second here. Because y'all think we just talk shit. Oh yeah, they just miserable. Nah, nigga. Read. Do your own fucking research. We always tell y'all, look up everything we say, everything. And Finkelstein. Okay, here we go. Rabbi Abe Finkelstein with Pastor Jane. This one right here, James Wickstrom and Rabbi Abe Finkelstein. Yep. They got on BitChute. They used to have it. It's on YouTube as well. It's on YouTube as well. Let me see if I click on it, what happens. Matter of fact, hold up. Wait a minute. Slack it, bro. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Freedom Fighters Radio. I gotta watch this. Oh damn, well maybe they took it off. Shit. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, it's on these different channels right here. Okay? So look it up yourself. But back to this antidepressants. So black women in depression. Being a superwoman may feel powerful, but it can have its drawbacks. Depression is the most common mental health condition worldwide. It can affect people from all walks of life, cultures, and historical preferences. And despite stigma surrounding mental health in black communities, depression is as prevalent in black women as other women. Yeah, definitely. So, anyway, let's go back to the study. I'm just going to read a little bit of it. Not if I'm just jump to certain points. So recent investigations have elucidated the influence of the strong black woman schema. Now, what's a schema? A representation of a plan or theory in the form of an outline or model. Right. So this is a philosophy that they came up with. That's what a schema is. On the mental health and treatment seeking behaviors of black women in the United States. However, the SBW schematic characteristics that produce depression have yet to be determined. So let's just jump to the main points. Okay, blah, blah, blah. As hypothesized, various manifestations of self-silencing were found to significantly mediate the relationship between perceived obligation to manifest strength, a SW characteristic, and depressive symptomatology. These results offer evidence and clarification. So the evidence of what? The studies, because it says up here they took 194 participants including college students, right? Range from 18 to 82 years old. So this study advances the idea that depressive symptoms are related to endorsement of the SBW schema and highlights self-silencing as a mechanism by which this relationship occurs. These results offer evidence and clarification of the impact of the strong black woman schema on black women's mental health and identify specific points of intervention for mental health practitioners conducting therapeutic work with black women. Like I said, the most that I met were on antidepressants and needed therapy. All right. Black superwomen are at risk for psychological turmoil and premature health deterioration, according to a Burgian body of research. Now I know what Burgian means, but I'm gonna read the definition. It's like synonymous with plethora, like a plethora. Beginning to grow or increase rapidly, flourishing, right? Black superwomen are at risk for psychological turmoil and premature health deterioration, according to a burgeoning body of research that has identified the black superwoman or strong black woman construct as a risk factor for negative physical and mental health outcomes. All right. The current study addresses this void in literature through a quantitative examination SBW schema characteristics and their association to depressive symptomatology symptomology. In other words, there's no literature out there, what they're saying, that warns black women of this ideology of being independent and strong. Which the literature out there is what? Is the scriptures, the Holy Bible. Okay? The Holy Bible is the literature. It's right there. I mean, I read the scriptures. I read the verses. This is a literature right here. Okay? The order. But you women are defiant. You women have gone after Satan. So you have defied the order. So you suffer the consequence, which is what? You're all fucked up in the head. You can't find a man. You're by yourself. You gotta find a dog or a cat to keep you company. All right, because you're totally against your nature. So, you know, our people don't believe anything unless the white man said it, right? So here's a study produced. It's on the Gov website, right? Owned by the white man. And here it is right here in your face. In your face. Here it is right here in your face. But guess what? It's something we've been telling you for a long time. A very long time. So anyway, let me read this last scripture, then that's it, man. So Isaiah 1 and 5. Why should ye be stricken any more? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. You know? So the whole head, our people are all fucked up, especially the women, all fucked up in the head, the men as well. And you know what? The majority of the obligation goes on the men because we are the men. You know, but you women will not escape because look, for years, we just been getting on the men, really, for years. But now the Most High is starting to pass judgment on women. The Most High is pointing the finger at the women right now. Y'all getting it. This is why there's a rise of this whole red pill and this manosphere and all that, because the Most High is about that time that the Most High is taking you women down, right? And you know, and the taking you down means exposing, where the Most High is exposing you women. And the reason why you're going down is because you have joined yourself to Esau, and because Esau is going down, which is your God. Byproduct is that is you are going down as well, right? The scriptures say what? Hold on, let me get it. Hold on. Find the one I'm looking for. Give me one scripture. Give me one moment. Alright, so I'm not finding his... Hold on. I'm looking for a particular scripture. If I can't find it, sorry. Slaggy. I can't find the exact scripture I was looking for. But because Esau is going down, you're going down as well. All right, because that's the power that you've held yourself to. You'll go out there and you'll bust your ass. You'll spend 10 years of your life going to study to get a career so you can work for the man. All right, but when it comes to your man, you just got all types of shit that you throw at him. You know, you go out there, your boss could talk however he wants to you and be, yes, sir. You'll just do your job, right? Because you don't want to get fired. But when it comes to your husband or your man at home, You know, you'll give him all types of attitude. You know, you give your best to your boss, and your man just gets the leftovers at home. Your man who's actually looking out for you, you know, protecting you. You know, when your boss fires you, guess what? Your man's still gonna be there. But you'll put all your hard work for your boss and for your job, but you'll put minimum effort for your man. So cool. But when his man goes down, guess what? You're gonna go down with him. So that's basically what's going on right now, right? So anyway, man, I don't really have any more to say. And yeah, this is soon gonna be a thing of the past. This right here, Most High is gonna end this quick. This right here is gonna end overnight. Like I said, when shit hits the fan, this strong, independent black woman, this shit magically, instantaneously just disappears. It's amazing. It just instantaneously disappears when shit hits the fan. So, hey, in the day thy power, thy people shall be willing, right? So anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. Lord's word was edifying. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakodash, shalom.